Can't hear me. I had the mic muted. Shortly, we'll be joined by two-time super lightweight champion Regis Prograis. I want to let the list populate so that by the time that he joins, there's a nice amount of people in here. You can get your questions in, and you know what the rules of engagement are. If you have a question, because my eyes are going to be fixed on the screen, and I actually have my own questions to ask. I have my own questions that I've already prepared. If you want me to ask a question on your behalf, just send it in the form of a super chat. I will notice the color icon, and then I will ask the question. Y'all know the rules of engagement for those that don't know. And yeah, we're gonna get it popping. I just watched the Conor Ben Pierce Morgan thing. I hadn't sat down all the way through it. I had it playing in the background while I ate my breakfast. And I'm like, bruh, like he might as well have not gone on there and said nothing for what he did say. He might as well have not gone on there and said nothing. And I kind of gave his story the benefit of the doubt in the sense that I read through what the kid said, you know, the points that he made about how his samples, how he alleges that his samples were handled. And there was some compelling things in there. There were that it was like, well, yeah, you know, those questions need answers. If he is to be believed and what he says is true, then those questions do need answers. But watching how he handled himself under the line of questioning of Pierce Morgan, which he didn't ask any ambush questions or he didn't try to blindside him. He asked it some regular questions that you would expect to be asked in that situation. And he asked him that stuff. And it was like he couldn't come up with an answer that if the BBBOC, if what they want is to review what you already sent the WBC, then, you know, you just let him have a look at it. What I kind of suspect is that he feels he won't be exonerated, that there's not enough in there that they won't still suspend him for a long time. And maybe the problem with that is that if he is suspended by the BBBOC, that may affect his ability to get a license with another commission in another part of the world. If that commission looks at that and says, well, the BBBOC already suspended you, so we're not going to give you a license. You know, I kind of feel like that's what it is. And that's not necessarily acquiescing to guilt. That doesn't mean that, you know, it doesn't have to mean that he's like surrendering or admitting that he's guilty per se. What that kind of looks like is he knows or he feels that the BBBOC, even if you give them that 270-page document and they read through it, they may still come to the conclusion that they want to suspend him. So instead of going through all of that, you know, he's going to try to go around it, which is kind of what I see, that you won't give them the document that you say is evidence of your innocence, but you're going to sue them. So you're kind of trying to go around them in essence. That's kind of what he's trying to do. It's a mess, man. It's a mess. I mean, there's a lot of guys that test positive for a lot of banned substances, but a lot of those instances do not seem as long and drug out as this one does. And you know, I already see we got some people joining the panel. Eson, what it do? Real talk, what it do? Juancho, que lo que manín? Juancho de Rancho, coño. We got Wayne Fitness in the building. Yeah, he kind of did, Sophia. He kind of did, because it's like for you going on there and getting more eyes on that story by being on that platform with Pierce Morgan, who has a very big audience, and you not clarifying or elaborating. See, what I have expected was that he was going to go on there and he was going to perhaps divulge things that were not otherwise divulged, elaborate upon what he had already said. That's kind of what I was expecting, that maybe he doesn't want to go through conventional media for the sport of boxing because the people in boxing have already made up their minds. You know, they feel how they feel, and there's not a lot you could change. There's not a lot you could really do to change their mind, right? So I figured, oh, well, he want to go to Pierce because he want to get a fresh set of eyes and a fresh set of ears on the story. Like, well, you know, you go there, you're going to have to say something. You're going to have to present something compelling, because if you don't, it's just going to be that many more people that feel the same way, that, well, you went up there and you really didn't say nothing. You didn't clarify or divulge or elaborate upon anything. It's just like Sporting just says, shout out to Sporting Icons. He said it on the post I just put up on Twitter, that you basically just saying that you want people to assume your innocence, even though you claim to have documentation and research from accredited scientists that proves you're innocent. Well, then why wouldn't you give that to the BBBLC? And he said pride. Pride? Pride? What do you mean pride, bro? If you got something in there that could show you innocent, just show it to him and be done with it, But I can only gather that the reason that he has it is because he doesn't feel it will vindicate him in the eyes of the BBBOC. He may suspect that they will still issue out a suspension, a lengthy one, and that will affect his career moving forward. Because if you've already been suspended by a major commission, I don't know that the New York State Athletic Commission or the Nevada State Athletic Commission, they might follow suit. Like, yo, you already got suspended in the UK. We ain't about to give you a license over here. We not. You know what I mean? So that's why I think he don't want to show it to him. Shout out to my man's in him. Salute, appreciate you. And for those that have just entered the chat, like I said, I always tell you guys when I do these things, if you want me to ask a question on your behalf, because my eyes are going to be fixed on the screen, you send it in the form of a super chat. I will ask your question for you. Shout out to my man Hot Boxing. Tuned in from the lab to see what Prograis got to say. Got some good questions, some questions about Catterall, some questions about Taylor and Lopez, just how he feels about that, and who does he think is going to win that fight, as well as what does he make about, I'm not going to give it all away, but I got some good questions that, we all going to want to hear what Regis got to say. Can't stay. I'm playing the Pistons. Yo, man, yeah, yo. Calvin Evans, an upcoming comic. Very funny guy, man. Very funny. I love comedy. This is the thing. I don't like movie comedies, but I love stand-up comedy. So there's this comic named Calvin Evans, right here in the US of A, funny guy. And he was just talking about, man, you got to see it, man. I ain't going to get into all that. Y'all got to see it. What it do, Rafa, que lo que manín? Drew is challenging Hot Boxing to a karaoke sing-off. Ring IQ, why you think this dudes like Spence and Virgil and Boots don't want to fight Bud from Omaha, Nebraska? I'm going to say that I could tell you this. This is what I think. You want to know what I think? Maybe Boots wants to fight Bud. Maybe Virgil wants to fight Bud. Errol, I'm going to leave that where it's at. But I'm going to look at them young guys and I'm going to say maybe those two young guys want to fight them, but the business people don't want them fights. That's kind of what I see. That maybe if you told Boots, yo, you want to fight Crawford? He'll probably be like, yeah, I want to fight Crawford. But the business people like Cameron Duncan and Stephan Espinoza, the people at Showtime, they don't want to do that right now. That's what I see. Because if you wanted Bud, you would have stayed the WBO route. It's self-explanatory. You chose to go for another belt, even though you was number 2 with the BO. You know what I mean? So what I see is maybe Boots wants that fight. And maybe Virgil wants that fight. But the people that handle their career, maybe they don't want that right now. That's what I see. And it's for obvious reasons. Bud is not looking old. Bud is not looking easy to beat yet. Let's be real. Angling is real. Angling is real. And there's angling there. I could see that. And those are not fights that they want to make right now. That's kind of what I see. That, like, you could say anything in an interview, You could say anything in an interview, but when you look at the moves that are being made and what direction the fighter is going in, well, you could see that you ain't after the brown belt, because the brown belt, you was ranked number 2 with them. You targeted the red belt. So, it is what it is. Yeah, I dig that. I agree with you, bro. That's a good point, too. That is a good point. That even Tom Brown said that in ahead of Crawford versus Sean Porter. He said it at the press conference that at the end of the day, it's up to the fighters. He did say that. So that's a very valid point to raise, that if you want them, you're going to get them. Like Devin wanted George Kambosos. He got him. Teofimo, he said he wanted Loma, and he got him. So that's a good point to raise too, man. That's a good point to raise too. That, which is why it's like sometimes you don't really know how to feel when stuff is going on. But at minimum, I feel that look, teams don't want that fight right now. Just maybe not right now, maybe later, but not right now, because the decisions that was made, well, that's the story that they tell. That if you number two with the BO, well, Bud right there if you want him, because you number two with the BO. And Virgil, he petitioned the WBA for the Stanionis fight, which is a very good fight. I like that fight. It's one of the only fights happening at welterweight that I'm excited about. I have a high opinion of Virgil. I say it all the time. But I just guess that the people that want to make the fights and the people in charge, they just not trying to do that right now. Because if you was trying to do that, well, then that's what we'd be looking at. He was ranked number 1 with the WBO. Paco Varicel 2 weeks ago went on the Boxing Voice with Nesta Gibbs. Shout out to Nesta. He said they offered him the fight. He said they offered him that fight 2 times, and they turned it down. That's what he said. I don't presume to know more than Paco Varicel of the WBO. If that's what he said, that's what we the fans have to go off of, what he said. So if he's saying they offered him that fight 2 times and they turned it down, it is what it is. It is what it is. Edwin Castillo, que lo que, manín. Got the coach in the building, Coach Malachi. Kay says, nah, but I fuck with Boost. But nah, man, he had the opportunity to fight Bud Crawford. I got to keep the same energy. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I do agree with you at the end of the day. I do, because it's like you was right there. You feel me? Like you was literally right there. You was number 2. The only dude ranked ahead of you was Virgil, and we saw that Virgil went another direction. So when he went another direction, if you would have stayed there, you would have been number 1, and then you would have been the one in line to fight this guy. And both of y'all chose to go in another direction, both of y'all. So it's like for all the stuff that everybody's saying in interviews, you could say that, but the team is moving different than what we hearing in the interview. That's how it looked, That's just how it looked. I remember when Errol wanted to fight Kell Brook, and a lot of people don't remember this because a lot of these guys that pretend that they've been boxing fans forever, a lot of them, they wasn't watching boxing back there. I remember Errol was already fighting in eliminators to take on Kell Brook. He had already fought in 2 eliminators, and he had become the mandatory challenger for the red belt. Later on that year, in December, I believe it was, the WBC ordered him to fight Tim Bradley. And he wasn't worried about no Tim Bradley. He was focused on Brook. That's who he was after. He was after Kell Brook. And he been saying that he was after Kell Brook. So fast forward, nothing ever came out of that order from the WBC. But did he get Kell Brook? Yes, because that's who he said he was after. He was after Kell Brook. He said it before that order from the WBC came down, before any of that happened. And a lot of people like to play revisionist history when nobody at that time, when that order came down, was expecting Spence versus Tim Bradley. Nobody was, because they knew Spence is after Kell Brook, and Tim, he would top rank. They wasn't doing business at that time. It's like a lot of people acting silly and playing dumb, but that's for real. They wasn't doing business. Nobody, then that's why nobody was expecting that to happen. Because it ain't like they was just making a whole bunch of fights. They wasn't making fights. That same year, Bob Arum made an offer to Adrian Broner, which Adrian acknowledged himself. And Adrian, he didn't like the money. That's how it was. You know what I mean? They're like, nah, they don't really work with each other like that. So nobody was expecting that fight to happen. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know how it is. Drew says, Regis will make Matias take the Puerto Rican knee. Who's going to pay for it? I will ask him about that. The Matias fight is arguably the best fight you could make at 140 pounds. It's a great fight. Action fighters, knockout fighters. I view Regis and Subriel as the 2 most dangerous fighters in that division, bar none. I give them good odds to beat anybody else in the division. You know what I mean? And hopefully we get it. Hopefully we get it. What's good, EH Town? What it do? Edwin Castillo said Boots will never fight elites. Virgil's issue is Golden Boy. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. Dragon Leg, what it do? Marcel, what it do? Smokey, what it do? And we just gotta wait for Regis to join the panel. He's already been sent the link. I sent the link through a mutual acquaintance. He already sent it to Regis. We good to go. Just gotta wait for him to join. That's all. Earl Stevens says, ask Regis if he'll ever go up in weight to choose greatness against those young bucks. I got you. I'm going to keep these questions here so I could go straight to them. I'm going to keep these questions right here so I don't forget them. I don't want to miss none of y'all. I appreciate your patronage and your viewership. And I'll be sure to ask Regis those questions. And yeah, I was watching that. There you go. There go, Regis. All right, everybody. I want to welcome y'all, two-time super lightweight champion, Regis Prograis. Let me fix this up for y'all. How you doing, Regis?
All good, brother. All good, bro.
All right, so we already got a couple of questions pouring in for you, aside from the ones I've prepared. Drew is asking you, will you make Subriel Matias take the Puerto Rican knee? And if they're gonna do the fight, who gonna pay for it?
Who's gonna pay for it? I mean, what you mean? Like, who's gonna pay financially? Or who's gonna pay for all that talking you've been doing? What you?
I think he means which promotional outfit will pay the fighters and which platform will show the fight.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying, bro. Business side thing, bro. My team will handle all that stuff, bro. For me, he been talking a lot of stuff. Him and his team been talking a lot of stuff. So, if we can make that fight happen, bro, let's make that shit happen.
I also wanted to ask you about that. It seems a little bit more personal between you and Subriel than the other fighters in the division. Like, did something happen there that the fans don't know about? Because it seemed like it's the beef.
I never met him. I don't know him. I never met him before. I mean, it's just like I think people get on Twitter and they say all kinds of stuff like that. That's all. People get on Twitter and they talk and do all that type of stuff. I've been his people get on there and they've been talking to me. They've been saying he gonna put me in the hospital. I'm like, all right, it's cool. I see him. Don't get me wrong, I see him. I try. For me, bro, listen, I mean, I'm not gonna act like the other fighters and say I don't get on social media, I don't see nothing. Like, I try to see everything. I don't see everything, but I definitely try to see. And if something is if something is standing out, like, I won't look, but like my people they'll send me the links and stuff. Like, they'll send me a text message and all that type of stuff, and they'll show me some stuff. So I see what people be talking about. So but I never met him before. I don't know him at all. I don't never met him before. But
because it seemed like there was something between you, because I saw his fight with Jeremiah Ponce, and immediately he called you out, and that struck me as odd, because let's be real, it's fights that fell through. It's not a lot of people trying to fight Regis because it's dangerous, right? And he made it a point to call you out off top. As soon as he won the fight, I want Regis, and it just seemed like it was something there.
I know, like I said, bro, I never met him, bro. But I think what people do, bro, if they know fights not gonna happen and fights not gonna happen next, they seem to call you out. That's what people do, bro. That's just how boxing is right now. That's like me. Oh man, I'm about to fight Spence next. I'm about to whoop Spence. Oh, I'm about to fight Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not about to fight these dudes. So it's just like, for me, it's like clout chasing, bro. That's why I feel like if the fight. If it really come to fruition, I want to see if all that talking gonna be still like that. You know what I'm saying? And when they know I'm fighting this man and I'm looking at him in his face, I want to see if I want them to keep that same energy, bro. Because listen, if he keep his belt, I'm gonna fight him for sure. I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna go for his ass for sure. So I think that he know he not gonna fight me. I think that because they say different sides of the street and all that stuff. So I think he knows he's not gonna fight me. So he's gonna use my name to say, oh, he wants to fight me. That's all.
Were you impressed with what you saw from him in the Ponce fight?
I didn't watch the fight. I didn't watch it. I tried to watch I didn't even watch the fight, bro. I mean, I tried to watch the highlights and stuff like that. I didn't watch the fight, nothing like that. But yeah, I saw the highlights and stuff like that. That's all. I mean, listen, he's an okay fighter, but it's levels to this, bro. I definitely feel like it's levels to this. Ponce is not me. Everybody he fought is not me, bro. It's a different level. So, congratulations to him, and hopefully I see him in the future.
Mm-mm. Earl Stevens is asking if you'll ever go up in weight to chase greatness against the Young Bucks. I think he's talking about 147.
Who is at 147 to chase the great? I mean, listen, bro, I'm staying at 140. I feel like the bigger fights at 140. Like I want to ask the people. For me, I want to ask the people, like, what should if y'all was me, what should I do? I don't know if I put this on Twitter, but if y'all was me, what should I do? Should I only go for the big fights, or should I go for undisputed at 140? Right? Or should I go to 147? I got a lot of options, bro. So I don't know. For me, I don't even know the route I want to take. I can go to big fights, and they have a lot of names at 140. That's big fights, but don't have belts, right? I can fight the runner of Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis. I can fight Adrian Broner. I can fight a Jack Catterall. Those are all big fights, but none of them are belts, right? Now, I can go for the undisputed and for the belts and stuff like that. Your boy Matias got a belt now. Josh Taylor still have a belt, and I think Puello and Rollies are fighting. And I can go for that belt. So I want to ask the people, what if y'all was me, what would y'all do? Go for the big fights or go for undisputed? I don't. For me, I don't know. It's like that. For me, I
I don't
think I
know. I mean, I can answer that one. Look, I would say the most logical fight right now, like most people going to say Matias because they know it's a great fight, but he just fought. So that's not realistic. He just
right,
fought. What's
right.
realistic is Jack Catterall. What's the value of Jack Catterall? It's a lot of people, myself included, feel Jack beat Josh. That's how
Right,
we feel. He won that fight. So if you could go in there and show the world, yo, Jack don't belong in here with me.
right,
If I do what I do to him, you're gonna see that he not on my level. That has value, even if it ain't for a belt. It still got value. You get to make money. You get to keep busy. And then after that's done, when all that is done, then we're gonna see which belt is out here for me to fight for. Who's free? Maybe it's the winner of Rolly versus Puello. Maybe it's Matias. Maybe it's the BO. We don't know what's gonna happen with Teofimo and whatchamacallit and Josh. We don't know. Like, I literally don't know who's gonna win that fight because it's an argument on either side that is a good argument. So I would say first and foremost right now, do that Jack Catterall fight. Because if Scott got some money for you, go get that. They money is good. It's a couple of fighters went over there. They made some money over there. Do that. You beat that guy. There ain't nothing against Jack Catterall. God bless him and his family. But if I had to bet, Regis Prograis win that fight. Knockout. That's how I have that. And do that because that'll show that audience in the UK. They just seen, yo, Jack made Josh look crazy. That has value to them. If you go over there and you beat them up, to them, like, yo, Regis is, you know what I mean? Like,
right,
that's the value of that. So do that. And then you see about the Matias and the Puello, if Puello beat Rolly or something or whatever, and all that stuff, you know what I mean? But that should be the order. Country has a question for you. He asks, what's good, Jules in chat? Regis, what's good, champ? How do you see Tank versus Ryan playing out and Josh versus Tio? I think Josh got this one myself.
Yeah. Well, Tank, I never changed my opinion on Tank versus Ryan. I think Tank gonna win that fight with Ryan. As far as Josh and Tio, bro, same thing. I don't know with that fight. I think Josh. I really think Josh, but I think that Tio has the style, But the thing is, bro, Tio mentally, I don't know how he is mentally. I don't know how he is mentally hold up, but he definitely has the style to beat somebody like a Josh Taylor. So I don't know. I don't know.
Drew says, salute, champ. I already put up $500 that you do Matias the way Hopkins did Trinidad. Where you at, Ronnie Boy Fresh? Matias talking crazy. Yes, it's a rivalry between them. That, one guy, he think Matias going to beat you. The other guy, really confident you're going to knock out Matias. That being said, you very recently became a 2-time super lightweight champion. What did that mean to you to put yourself back in that scene after all these years, after the Taylor fight? What did that mean to you?
Bro, it was just like, well, for me, personally, I knew what I was going to do, bro. I trained hard every single day, and my hunger never left. That's the thing, bro. So in boxing, when if you take a loss and stuff like that, people kind of throw you to the side. Me, I was like, all right, my loss gonna make me better for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, if you look at you look at me, you look at Taylor, and he's on a. It looked like he's on the downside. We gonna see what he does with T.O.B. Look like he's on the downside, and me, I'm on the upside right now. So for me, like I said, taking that loss, it just made me better, and it just was like all the frustration of 3 years, bro. And I fought a killer. Zapata is a killer. I don't want nobody to get it twisted about Zapata. Nobody can't say nothing about that, bro. Like that dude is a real killer. And I went out there and I did my thing against him. So it just was all that stuff over the years. Is I just feel good to be back where I feel like I belong to be.
And he is a killer. We saw the Ivan Baranchyk fight of the year. That was one of the best fights I ever seen. And I've been watching boxing for decades. One of the best fights I ever seen. We saw what he did to Josue Vargas, first round knockout in New York in his backyard. He's a killer. Was he easier or more difficult than you expected?
He was definitely more difficult, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like he was more difficult. But one thing I knew about him, I knew he was gonna be a tough fighter. And at first I was like, man, I'm gonna whoop him, bro. I mean, because listen, he got knockouts and stuff like that, but I'm not Jose Vargas. I'm not Baranchyk. Baranchyk dropped him and stuff, but he finished him off. But I was like, man, for me, I'm real confident, bro. I think I'm gonna whoop anybody you put me in against, But getting in there, it definitely was a tough fight. He hit harder. He was faster. He was a better boxer than I thought too. And for me, I'm just proud of myself because I kept switching. I kept like my game plan and stuff like that. I kept doing different things to offset him. But I knew he was gonna be good because me and him share one of the same trainers, And Julian Chua, he trains both of us. And Julian called me. When the fight was gonna happen, at first, of course, he didn't want the fight to happen because he trained both of us. He couldn't pick a side. But when the fight was signed, he told me and he told him the same thing. He said, listen, don't underestimate this guy. This guy can really fight. He told him the same thing about me. And from there, bro, I knew how good he was gonna be, but I still didn't expect him to be as good as he was, as strong as he was too. And he was durable, he was strong, he was fast. He hit hard. So yeah, that was a good night for me.
Tyrese says these little boys can't fuck with Regis. I do agree. To that point, we heard Ryan Garcia very recently say that, at least in his opinion, belts don't matter. Do you view a comment like that from a young fighter as being disrespectful to champions and guys that have had belts because he never fought for a full belt, never been a champion? Do you view stuff like that as being disrespectful?
I won't say it's disrespectful, bro. He just, he just talking. He just saying what he want to say and stuff like that. But I mean, the thing is, bro, belts never matter to nobody don't got none, right? Anybody can say that. If they don't have a belt, then belts don't matter, bro. To people that don't have a belt and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure if he ever becomes a world champion, I bet you he'd be crying and stuff like that because that's what everybody wants, bro. Everybody wants to be a world champion and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I won't say it's disrespectful or nothing like that, but I think that he's just talking, bro. He's just being Ryan Garcia.
IAT says, Regis, you have the most aesthetic style in boxing. So fun to watch. Are there any fighters that influenced you when you was coming up? Influenced your style?
Oh, for sure, bro. Listen, bro, I can go back to I know about boxing and stuff like that. So, bro, I can go back to like the 1930s and all that. I look at everybody, bro, from like Joe Louis, Henry Armstrong, Sugar Ray Robinson. My favorite fighter of all time is Mike Tyson, Roberto Duran, Pernell Whitaker. Somebody I watch a lot is Marvin Hagler. So yeah, bro, I gotta for me, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot of people.
AJ asks, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Jose Ramirez, proud members of the Regis Duck list. I'm sure that list will keep growing. I wanted to ask you about that. We know that things didn't work out with Team Ramirez, but with everything having worked out the way it worked out, do you as the fighter feel that they avoided you? Do you feel they avoided me, they didn't want to fight me, and they just took it out? Is that how you feel?
I felt like that. I definitely felt like they were Ramirez. but at the same time, I feel I know why he did it, you know. But I feel like he definitely, you know, it business wise, it was better on him. But if I was in that position, I would have took the fight. That's all. You know, I know I would have basically me. I would have took the fight. It was a first off. Listen, if people don't know the situation, the WBC mandated that it is a 30 30-70 split, right? The WBC mandated that. So then that's at first they mandated. Then after that, they went over a review and they said, all right, let's do 65-35. And so that's even 5% higher, and they still turn the fight down, basically. Me and on the other hand, listen, if it was the just I just want to tell people, if it was the other way around, I would have took the fight. That's all I'm saying. You know, now it was a good business move on him because he's gonna make, you know, $1 million. He's gonna fight Richard Comey in his hometown. He's gonna make $1 million. That's good. You know, he's gonna fight easy for me. I think it should be an easy fight for him. He's gonna make $1 million. That's cool. But for me, if it was me, I would have took the fight because I feel like I can win the fight. I'm not gonna turn down the fight for the belt, you know. And then he they didn't even it was supposed to be a 65-35 split, and it was a purse bid. Nobody even bid on the fight because they didn't even let it get to that, right? Nobody even he turned down before it even got to that. Now I can see if somebody bid on the fight and the money wasn't right, and then but he didn't even let it get to that at all.
And
He just was like,
I wanted to ask you about that because that's what I was telling people, that it's only 65-35 in the event it goes to a purse bid. If you could offer Regis a number that he like, right, and y'all could reach a deal amongst yourself, that 65-35 don't even come into it. That's if it go to a bid. It never got that far. So did you ever get to the point with Rick Merrigan and Jose that y'all was talking numbers, or did that not happen at all?
never happened, bro. It never even got to that. When they said 65-35, they was like, no, we're not taking it. That's all. They said, oh, we're not gonna take the fight. They never even numbers never was discussed. They didn't even they didn't even let it go to purse bid at all. So we don't even know what the numbers was. He said that man, just give me just more than my minimum. You don't even know. You know, you could have got more for fighting me than you get for Richard Comey, right? So he didn't even let that. They side didn't even let that get to that point. For me, bro, I want to be a world champion. That's what I want. I want to be a world champion again. For me, if he would have won that fight, if they would have went through with the fight, if he would have fought Zepeda and he would have beat Zepeda, I was next in line. If they told me 30-70, I would have took it. You know why? Because I really believe I can win. I know once I have the belt, I'm gonna have the power. So I like I said, I would have took the fight, bro. So they just didn't take the fight. So whatever, let him. You know, he go fight Richard Comey now, and I guess go find out what he gonna do after that.
Napoli asks, big up Regis. As a fight junkie, you are appreciated for the fighter that you are. Don't you find it cringe that Subriel Matias threatened to hospitalize you when he has a body on his record?
Not me, bro. I don't care. I don't care. That's all him. I mean, listen, bro. Like, keep talking like that to me, bro. I don't. How I'm gonna put this, bro? I don't play when it comes to this boxing shit, bro. So for me, I want fight this dude now. You know what I'm saying? Like I want fight this. I want prove. Like all right, you keep talking. Like I keep telling it's levels to this, bro. It's real levels to this, and I'm a very very hungry fighter. So let him keep talking. Let him keep. I hope he keep that belt. Let him keep talking. And you know when it's that time for me and him to fight, I want to see if he's still gonna be talking. First off, I want to see if he gonna talk or that's his people talking behind him or somebody feeding him that. For me, bro, nobody ain't gotta feed me this. You know what I'm saying? I got my attitude. I'm right here. Nobody ain't around me. Nobody ain't in my ear telling me what to say and all that, bro. I'm here. I'm real as a get. Like I'm gonna tell you this. So let's see if the fight ever happened. I just want him and his team to keep that same energy, bro. Keep that same all that hospital shit, all that shit y'all saying. Keep that same energy y'all saying.
AJ says, toughest fight of your career was which was the toughest fight of your career?
Man, it's between Josh Taylor and Zepeda. It's between Josh Taylor. It's between Josh Taylor and Zepeda. And then I fought like a dude named Felipe Reyes with like my eighth fight, and it was like at 147, so it was a little bigger, and I think 149 really, and yeah, that was really really tough. I stopped him in the last round, but that was a real tough fight.
Will says, if given the opportunity, who would you rather fight, Ramirez or Matias? Also, if you ask me what I would want you to do, I would want to see the champ fight, the unification match. Which would you prefer to go? In other words, if they put two fighters in front of you right now, same money,
Mm-hmm.
Ramirez, Matias, who getting it?
Right now, Matias. Right now, Matias. I've been wanting to fight Ramirez for a long time, but right now, Matias been talking kind of crazy. So right now, Matias.
Mm. Jack says, champ, can you talk more about the Jamal situation?
I don't know what he mean by that. I mean, Maul was he just had a lot of personal shit going on. People know. I mean, people know he had divorce and stuff like that going on. That's the thing. That's all, bro. He had he just had a personal, divorce and stuff like that going on. So that's all I can say about that.
Shout out to Jambo. Appreciate that, Jambo. Ronnie says 140 is the best division next to 154. So, with that said, can you please name your top three opponents on your personal hit list?
Oh man, that's a good one. Shit, Josh Taylor. I always wanted to fight Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor again. Josh Taylor. Um, Ramirez and now Matias.
I
But
wanted
it's
to
so
ask you,
many. It's so many because I still want to fight like Ryan and Javante too, and
and
Tio. So it's
Teofimo.
like I'm gonna give you five, bro. Like I'm 5 or 6, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to fight somebody next, like, oh man, I don't know next, bro. That's just I just want to fight. Probably like the Josh Taylor. I still definitely want to fight Josh Taylor for sure.
I wanted to ask you about Josh Taylor. We all saw the Catterall fight. He don't seem like he's the fighter that he was. What, in your opinion, is going on with him that is happening? Because 1 minute he's dominating Jose Ramirez in America, the next minute he can't get past a simple jab in Scotland. What happened to this fighter, in your opinion?
Um, maybe I can't say maybe just hard fights. Maybe a lot of hard fights. He did have a lot of hard fights. You gotta look at it. And hard fights back to back, it take a lot out you. So maybe a lot of hard fight. He's physical too. It's not like he has a slick style where he doesn't get hit. In all his fights, he's gonna get hit, right? So maybe that, and or maybe just after becoming undisputed, he just got comfortable, started partying and stuff like that.
Mm.
Maybe that has to play into it too. I'm definitely I'm excited for the Tio film fight. I definitely want to see that and see how it's gonna go. See how he's gonna deal with Tio, and even vice versa on the other side. I want to see how Tio is gonna deal with him because both of them look shitty in their last fights, and so I want to see how that's gonna play out. And then if you look at and then on that side, bro, both of them have to. It's like they both have to win. That's why this fight is an important fight because both of these dudes have to win. If Josh loses to Tio, it's like, bro, you lost to a 35-pounder coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he was undisputed and stuff like that, but he's actually and if people don't know, Tio is small, bro. Tio is not a big dude, and Josh Taylor is. He's gonna be when they stand next to each other. Josh Taylor's gonna be massive compared to Tio. I'm gonna tell you that. Because Tio's not
It's
big.
just
Josh
gonna be
Taylor's
David
small.
and Goliath. It's gonna be
Yeah.
David, and that's what makes it such a good fight. It's weird, but that's what make it a good fight. That if it was the Josh from before, I would have said Josh gonna beat him because that's how I always felt. That To too little for 140. Them guys up there, they too big. They hit too hard. This ain't no Lolo Lomachenko's up there. This big kids
Right.
up there. They hit hard.
Mhm.
And if it was the Josh Taylor of 2-3 years ago, I'd have said, "Oh, Josh gonna beat him." But literally right now, I don't know. I don't know
Same
what.
thing. Right. Same thing. Like I said, I got the style to. I mean, I got the style, but I think Tio has the style to beat him and offset him. But I think Taylor is big. He has a style to just walk Tio down too. So we'll see, bro. I'm excited about it, and I just can't wait to see it.
Drew says, "Champ, is there a timeline where you decide to move to 147 if these guys at 140 don't want to take the Regis challenge 9-18 months?" He's asking, do you got a deadline for things to start to happen at 140 before you decide to move up?
No, I'm standing 140. I think it's bigger fights at 140 than 147. I mean, you got to think about who they got at 147 now. Right at first, like a few years ago, 147 was the hottest division, right? But now I think 140 is definitely hotter than 147 for sure. It's way more bigger fights. But I can name 10 fighters right now. At 147, you might can name three. But at 140, bro, you could probably name 10 fighters. So for me, bro, I'm staying at 140 until at least I get five of those upon. I mean, I'm pretty sure I probably can't get all 10 of them, but I'm pretty sure I can probably get at least five of them dudes. So yeah, I'm staying at 140 right now, bro.
And I agree with that, because we don't know what Spence going to do. We don't know what's going to happen with him and Crawford. We don't know. And that's the two biggest fights right there, but we don't know. So other than that, at least at 140, it's Lopez, it's Ryan. Eventually, Devin going to move up there. Whatever happened with Lomachenko, Devin going to move up there. Got Matias, got Rolly, got Puello, got Lopez, you got Taylor, you got Catterall. And that's why, once again, if it's me, I put Regis in the Catterall fight. Why? Go to the UK. Beat him up there. You could beat him up there. When that audience sees the difference between your fight with him and Taylor's fight with him, that's like, oh wow, like he did that easy, bro. Like that wasn't even nothing. And then that's the audience. You got them. Like, bang, I got them. I'm gonna go back to America now. I'm gonna see what y'all talking about. If y'all not talking about nothing, I'm gonna go back over there and see what else they got. Because it's the politics. 140 never used to be this political. I remember it didn't used to be like this. But right now, that's kind of where it's at. That look, you can see about Matias. And if y'all ain't talking about no money, if y'all talking about Twitter, if you talking about being after your next fight, but you're not talking about no money, all right, I'm out of here, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're not gonna offer, because that's the main thing. They gotta offer you some money. He's with the PBC. He fight on Showtime. Y'all got the bread. I'm cool.
Right.
Go over there if y'all got the money. But if y'all don't got no money, all right then, man, stop talking about me, man. Go. I don't know. Go do something, bro. Just go chill out, bro. You know what I mean? Like, for real, like, Ronnie Boy said, do you think you can land a unification without signing a Top Rank or PBC on a multi-fight deal? And are you willing to sign those deals? That's a very good question. If push come to shove and you got to go to Top Rank to see about getting that Lopez fight or that Taylor fight, are you willing to sign to them?
That's a good question for my team, brother. That's all the business stuff right there. That's a good question for my team, bro. You know what I'm saying? For me, it all matter about them. Like you said, bro, it matter about that money. It matter about that money. It matter about, it matter about all that stuff. So that's a question for the team.
I looking as Regis, any update on your? Oh, we asked about Chalo already, bro. In case you missed it, he got married.
Maul been training. He back training, bro. You know what I'm saying? He healing up. He back training, and I'm just excited for his return, bro. That's all. I need to call my dog. I'm back out here now, back in Texas. So I'm probably gonna link up with him this weekend or something like that.
Edwin Castillo asks Regis, I hope you become undisputed soon. Are you still Matchroom would help you expand your brand? Yeah, that's another question I got for you. Is Matchroom, Matchroom, they don't got no titles over there per se. They don't. But they don't have no champions, you know what I mean? They got guys at 140. They got Richardson Hitchens. They got the kid from Australia, Stevie Sparks. They got the other kid from Ohio, Montana Love. So if they came to you and said, look, Regis, we want to sign you multi-fight deal because they want to make fights between you and those young fighters, is that something that you at least open to? Like, I'm open to it. Just start talking some numbers.
That's it. Numbers, bro. No, listen, brother. I don't care about who I'm fighting, bro. It all depends on numbers. That's it. I don't care who I'm fighting. Whatever. Like, just let's just talk about them numbers. That's all, bro. For me, I want to fight the big fight. I want to fight the big fights, bro. I don't want to fight no, quote unquote, people say bums. I don't want to do that, bro. I want to fight big fights. I want to fight good fighters. So, yeah, if that's what I gotta do, it is what it is. But you gotta talk. You gotta tell me the numbers. The numbers gotta be right. That's it.
Jay asks, I actually picked you to stop Red Catch in 6 rounds.
Yeah. Well, I hope you made some money.
Drew says, keep that energy. He talking to Ron Boy. Look, I ain't gonna bullshit you, Regis. Ron Boy thinks that Matias could beat you. Drew thinks you beat Matias. I think you beat Matias personally. I seen him. He is good. He's strong. He just basic. He's strong, but he basic. Like, well, yeah, if you stand in front of the guy, then yeah, that's gonna happen. If you stand in front of the guy and you don't move your head, yes, you're gonna get hit. You're
Right,
real
right, right, right.
strong. You
Exactly.
know
Yeah,
what I
we'll
mean?
see. We'll see. I just everybody, y'all keep y'all say. I want everybody to keep y'all same energy, bro. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all got your fights to root for, bro. It ain't nothing personal. Just keep y'all same energy, bro. That's all. That's all I want y'all to do.
I based the kid said, would you like to fight in the United Kingdom again? Much love, champ.
I don't know, man. I like the UK. I like the fight atmosphere over there. I think I probably would one day. You know, I probably fight in the UK again one day.
Country says, Regis, stay the hell away from the PBC. He don't want you to go over there. yo, yo, country, you wildin', man. Chill out, B. But you know, it's fight like what I see is 140 is an open book. 140 is an open book. It's good fights anywhere you go. If you go to Sky, they got Jack Catterall. If you go to Matchroom, they got Hitchinson, a couple of other guys. You go to Top Rank, they got some real good names. I think they probably got the best money too for the fights that they have. You got Devin Haney potentially moving into 140. You already got Teofimo Lopez there. You already got Jose Ramirez there. Plus, if you over there, that might make the Ramirez fight more negotiable. If you over there, if you was with them. So it's a lot of places. Where do you feel like you kind of leaning towards though? Like you kind of leaning towards them because it's good fights all over the place.
Whoever give me the best, bro. I mean, it's like you said, bro. They got fights everywhere. It's just it really is. It for me, bro. It's like really like I take it one step at a time, bro. I can't really even say what my long term, you know what I'm saying, the long term looking like because this fights everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's they got. I think they got good fights all over the board. Everywhere they got good fights all over. So for me, it's just like I do fight by fight basis, bro. And whatever happens at the time, that's what happens.
Mm-mm. One thing I wanted to ask you about is okay, you're not boxing, you're in between fights. What do you do to unwind?
I travel a lot. I travel and I focus on my like my business stuff, bro. I do so for me what I do is real estate. I love like I don't know why I just love real estate and um that's just kind of what I like to do. And I like to travel like I love to travel with my family and stuff. And then when I do travel, I like to have a place where I travel at and stuff like that. So yeah, that's all. Doing business things, but I still train every single day, bro. No matter what, I still train, but it's not training camp or nothing like that. So traveling, be with the family, be with the kids, focus more. Because when I'm like right now, I don't have a fight coming up, but I still train every day. But I would train probably like once or twice a day right now because I don't have a fight. But when I'm in training camp, I pick it up to like 3 times a day, and it's way more intense, and the sessions are way longer. So so yeah, that's all, bro. Just kind of just be on my kids and just that's it. Playing more with my kids and doing stuff like that, and traveling. That's all.
All right, let me see. Let me go back up. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. AJ asks, who punches harder, Josh Taylor or Jose Zapata?
Zapata, Zapata.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, Zapata punch harder. Like Josh Taylor was like with the Josh Taylor fight. I didn't really. It wasn't like he hit. It wasn't like he hit hard, bro. It was just. It was just more of It was just. It was more of a physical fight, like wrestling more than anything. It was more like a wrestling match than like the punches. The punches really never hurt me, and like that was Zapata. Like bro, I'm not gonna lie, Zapata the first round, and I know I lost the first round. The first round, he hit me with a body shot. He hit me with like a left hand to the body, and I was like, "Whew, all right, that shit hurt." It was like, "Damn, this motherfucker really got some power." Like this shit hurt. Never in a Taylor fight was like, "All right, I'm hurt." Like never, ever at all. Like so, Zapata got for me like it's just a whole for me. The Zapata the power is on a different level than a Josh Taylor.
Ooh, yo, I would never would have known, but never would have known. Ronnie said, would you like another homecoming fight soon?
Yes, yes, yes. I want to eat. Either I feel like I have to do, bro. I gotta bring it to the Gulf Coast, bro. From Texas to Louisiana, I gotta bring a fight here. I got to. You know what I'm saying? We just have to. And another fun fact, and people don't know, bro. Like they have right now in Texas alone, bro. We got 5 WBC champions. Like I told Mauricio, like, bro, something needs to happen, bro. We got 5 WBC champions, bro. Like, we got 2 in the same gym. Me and Oceanique Foster, we in the same gym. We got the same coaches. We got she's so pretty. So yeah, bro, we got the same trainers, and we got 5 WBC champions just in Texas alone, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's me, it's Oceanique Foster, Oshaki Foster, the Charlo twins, and then you got Errol Spence Jr. And then Marlene is a champion. She's from Houston too. She's a woman. So yeah, 6. So really 6, bro. So yeah, bro, we gotta break something out here for sure. Either in
That
Houston,
sound like a good promotion. Sound like a good promotion.
bruh, a lot, a lot,
It
a
sound
lot.
like a good promotion, like all Texas fighters, all WBC champions. That's kind of what boxing needs, is a little bit more bipartisanship. That Marlene is with Golden Boy. I know all about Marlene. Great amateur, great fighter, great resume. Charlo, all of them just get together and see if they can't do something, because I feel like that's what boxing need. The boxing fans, we get tired of hearing about, oh, this side of the street. Man, just, yeah, I got to fight, bro. Because I remember when I was a kid, we didn't used to have to talk about that shit, that stuff. Guys just used to fight. You know what I mean? Whereas now it's very political. It greatly affects which fights we gonna get, which fights we not gonna get. All the boxing community need to just get together and make things happen, because it's better for everybody if they do.
Yeah,
Now, one
exactly.
thing I wanted to ask you is, what's your favorite thing about being a boxer? What's your least favorite thing about being a boxer?
The most favorite thing, the respect, bro. Like, you get respect from everywhere. That's the crazy thing, bro. I can go when I go to Brazil, bro. I be going to favelas. My wife from the Brazil. She from the favelas and shit. I go there, bro. We go there, and like, when they find out you a fighter, it's just different respect. It's just like, you. It don't care about how much money you make, bro. It's like, and I've really, and obviously this is not true because they got guns, but I feel like, bro, I can defend myself. So I walk around with a confidence, like I can defend myself anywhere I go, bro. I'm never in a scary situation. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I can't fight off a bullet or nothing like that, but I don't know. I got that in my head, so I'm good. Everywhere I go, I just feel like I'm good. And I just love that about being a fighter. Just being a fighter is just like that. That you have you walk around with that confidence every day, and just that respect aspect. That's why I did it. I told you, like, listen, like, my favorite fighter is Mike Tyson Duran, and that's why I think a fighter should be feared. Like, people on the street shouldn't think they can mess with you. You know what I'm saying? They like, man, you know what I'm saying? That's Tyson. Like, whoever thought they can, like, beat a Tyson on the street? You know what I'm saying? Like a Duran or Marvin Hagler. Like, I like that. Like, like just that respect that come with that, bro. I think that's the best thing about being a fighter.
Mm-mm. Eddie Uzman asks, who would win, Regis? Teofimo Lopez or Jose Zepeda in a
I,
hypothetical
I think
matchup?
Zapata. I think Zapata beat him. I think once Zapata hit him with them fucking Zapata can hit hard, bro. Don't listen. Zapata got some fucking power. I think once Zapata land on somebody like Tio, I think that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that, because like, when he went to New York, I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was gonna lose to that kid, man. I thought he was gonna lose to that Puerto Rican kid. I just wasn't sure, because I'm like, he young, Jose coming off a war, first round, Ming. It was old, and he never recovered. He ain't been the same since that fight. Like, Jose's a bad dude, man, because he'll fight guys and they don't be the same after that. Like, he fought Baranchik. Baranchik wasn't the same after that fight. The whole Sway
Right.
Vargas kid, he wasn't the same after that fight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He got power, bro, and he fast too. He's quick and he's fast and he has power. So I don't think Tio will be able to stand with Zapata. I'm not gonna lie. Tio has a style. He has explosive style and stuff. But if Zapata lands on Tio and he has precision too, I definitely think that he'll beat him. He might be. I think that he'll probably knock him out too.
I could see that. I could see that. Mr. Julio asks, should I call out from work today? Well, I don't know, bro. Like, you asking Regis if you should call out from work?
Call
Yeah.
out from work, bro. Listen, I ain't paying your paycheck, but yeah, go ahead, call out. Go treat yourself to do something else.
Yeah, I mean, all right, now, top 5 movies. If you in the crib, you want to unwind, what are your top 5 movies that you've seen, or your top 5 movies that you would recommend to someone else?
Man, that's good. You gotta go with the. I go with the classic, bro. I go with the classics. You gotta watch the Friday movies. The first Friday, the last, and then Friday after next. That's two. I gotta watch the Harlem Nights. Um, man, I like as a fighter, you want to watch funny stuff, right? We like to watch funny stuff. Um, man, it's
All right,
so
I
funny.
got
Go
one
ahead.
for you.
What's
What
up?
was funnier, Harlem Nights or Boomerang?
I got Harlem Nights, bro. I
Yeah.
love Harlem Nights. I just love Harlem Nights, bro. You just had all these people in there, bro. You had these like great comedians in there, bro. So I like that. I like you know, Eddie Murphy movies, Adam Sandler. I mean, I can't give you five, bro. Any like Adam Sandler movies, Eddie Murphy movies. Norbit is super fucking funny. The all the Nutty Professors, they all funny. Um, what else, bro? I mean, yeah, I just shit. Is I can't even give you five, bro. That's just yeah.
No,
That's a
yeah, I get that because Harlem Nights was Red Fox, Stella Reese, Richard Pryor. Like you had a lot of people in that movie. Man. It was a funny movie, man. I
yeah.
remember that movie when I was a kid, man. It's a funny movie, very funny movie.
Right.
Last one, stand-up comedians. If you're into stand-up, who
Hmm.
would you say is your top three or Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedians?
Um, you got to put Eddie Murphy. You for me, Mike Epps. Mike Epps probably one of my favorite. I won't say he like the best ever, but for me, like Mike Epps, I just like how Mike Epps is and stuff like that. But yeah, as far as like the best, the Mount Rushmore, you got to put Eddie Murphy. You got to put Richard Pryor. You got to put Kevin Hart because the numbers. Kevin Hart, probably the numbers wise, Kevin Hart up there.
He
And
is.
if I had to put one more,
Got to put Dave Chappelle, man.
Dave Chappelle. My bad. That's not even thinking thing. Dave Chappelle, bro. Yeah. So one but my favorite. My favorite is like Mike Epps, bro. But yeah, Yeah. So yeah. What I say? So Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, and Richard Pryor. That's the for me. That's the four. And like my favorite is Mike Epps.
Mm-mm. Undefeated as Regis from the boot, but he's a Texan now.
um, I mean, listen, bro. Like I'm from New Orleans, and that's always home, bro. But my like, if it wasn't for boxing, I'd be living in New Orleans. I just came back like not last night, but the night before. I just got back home. I just got back to Texas and stuff, and I was out there. But every time, like for me, bro, I love being home, bro. Like my mama still lived at my grandma. Like the culture, it's something we don't have in Texas, bro. We don't got the culture like we have out in New Orleans. Like it's just so much culture out there, bro. It's so much. I just love being there. But I know in my career, I can't live there. Like I have to live in Texas, bro. It's too much distractions. The food, the everything, the culture. It's just too much. It's always something to do. So for me, I know that I have to live in Texas. Once I moved here, I feel like if it wasn't for Hurricane Katrina, I probably would still moved here because um this is why I need boxing wise, this is why I need to be. Like for sure. I love New Orleans and all that, but in boxing, bro, this is I need to be in Texas for sure. It's just it's the culture out here. The boxing out here is just man, it's just so many. Like I said, bro, in Texas we got six world champions. Just in Texas alone. You got five in the same city, bro. Just imagine you got five world champions in the same city. So that can tell you something about Texas right there, bro. It's just the competition here is just crazy. So I had to move here.
It's a good work environment. It sounds like very good.
Right.
AJ asks, I wonder if Zapata is the same after fighting Regis. Kirill Rillick wasn't. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
I remember that fight. Juan asks, who you got? Glass Jaw Ryan or Short Boy Tank?
yeah. I got Tank, bro. I got Tank in that fight for sure. I got Tank.
West Side asks, Champ, what do you think about Derek Carr as a Saint?
I don't know. I ain't, listen. I'm sorry, but I don't know too much about the football.
Ronnie Boy asks, expensive purchase that you regret buying.
Shit, it's a lot of it's a lot. It's a whole lot of stuff I didn't bought that was some bullshit. The main thing, like when you're in my position, bro, like everybody expect. I think a lot, not everybody, but a lot of people they think that you owe it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like people you grew up with and stuff, they think that you know you owe it to them and stuff like that to give them this and give them these things. But um, it's hard, but I wouldn't change it, bro. Because I've been on both sides of the ball, bro. I was super broke before. You know what I'm saying? I like people think, oh, you just woke up like this now, bro. I was super broke, bro. Like nigga, my wife used to drive a scooter to work. She used to work at the mall at one of them little food places. She used to drive a scooter to work, and so like we've been, yeah, bro. We used to live pretty bad, but
That makes it all better though when you get that money though.
yeah,
It
when you
makes you
get it,
smarter
it's
too.
yeah, oh for sure, definitely for sure.
Makes you smarter. Last one, Drew asks, Champ, do you been to be hit your opponent to act? I mean, you got to write better than this, bro. I don't know what the hell you trying to say. What do you been to be hit your opponent to assess? Is this? Oh, okay. I think what he's trying to ask you is, do you make a decision in a fight? When do you make the decision in a fight that okay, this is gonna be a fight and this is gonna be a boxing match? Like how long does it take you to evaluate your opponent before you decide how to move forward?
It all depends on the man. It all depends on a lot of things with that, bro. Because I know like in a Josh Taylor fight, I just want to fight him. I just want to hurt him. He got in my head. I'm not. I tell everybody, bro. He got in my head, and I really just want to hurt him. That's all. But with Zapata, I was just like, I'm gonna win this belt no matter what, right? I'm not going out there just to hurt him. I'm gonna win this belt. And I know with the Josh Taylor fight, it wasn't for me. It wasn't even about winning, bro. I just want to hurt him because he got in my head. He I don't know if people heard the story, but like we had a press conference on Thursday right before the fight, and on Thursday he touched my belts. I had my belts on my shoulder. We was at a press conference. He touched my belt. I was like, and I was shocked I didn't really know what to do because I really like at that time I want to choke him I want the rumble basically at that time, but I was shocked and I was like this dude touched it was like we was taking pictures and he was like he touched my belt on my shoulder on my right shoulder. He was like, oh, this is gonna be coming home for me. And I was just like I was fuming at that time and I didn't know what to do. I was over there and we was in the press conference and stuff and it was full of people, so you couldn't really do nothing like that. So I was kind of shocked. And so the next day at the weigh-in, me and him, I don't know if y'all saw the video of the weigh-in, but me and he was going back and forth. And on fight night, I just want to hurt him. That's it. I just want to. I didn't care about it. Was I'm not gonna say I didn't care about winning, but I just wanted to hurt him basically.
Mm,
And
mm,
and so and I just fought like that. Like I just I didn't fight smart at all.
mm,
And
mm.
so it was like with Zapata, I was just like I knew I wanted to win.
It was more focused for the Cepeda fight,
Way
whereas the
more focused.
and the Josh Taylor fight was more going more off emotion.
Right. Exactly.
M.A. Bustamante say, shout out the ring and the champ. Hey, champ, you got ring smarts, boxing ability, and power. What ingredient do you think makes you the most dangerous?
The chip on my shoulder. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, hungry, hungry. The chip on my shoulder, bro, for sure. Yeah, it's just I'm just super hungry, bro. I know what got me to this point to be a two-time world champion. So Um, and I do the same thing. Keep doing the same thing, and I got a real chip on my shoulder. For me, I do this to be the best in the world. I do this to be number one. And if anybody say otherwise, that's kind of what motivate me.
Drew says, you think training in Texas will help Anthony Joshua get his belts back?
I don't know, bro. I think Andy Joshua problem is Um, I think he gets tired in fights. I think he doesn't fight the right fights. I don't know if training with Derek is good or bad. We'll see. We'll see in his fights. We'll see in his next performance what he does. But I think he does. I think he gets sometimes. I think he gets tired in fights and stuff like that. I don't know if it's a trainer switch or it's just something that's in him. But we'll see how he does with Derek.
That's true. That's true. Last one, fellas, because I gotta go pick up my son. If or when you become undisputed at 140, will you call it a career or will you stick around and defend your titles?
I'll stick around.
Mm,
Um, I think I'm sticking around, bro. I can't see no end right now for me, bro. I know people get ask you when you're retiring and stuff, bro. It's no right now is no end. That's why I told you earlier. I know you gotta go and I gotta go too, but that's why I was telling you earlier. Like, what should I do right now? Like, should I take the big fight or should I go for undisputed? If I go for undisputed, then it's like what's left, Then I'll be like, all right, what should I do?
You don't
So
listen.
that's
If
why.
you don't listen to nothing I said today, I'm telling you, you go to the UK. Those is the best fight fans in the world right now that pay the bread. Sky got bread. If they trying to give you some bread for Jack, do that fight. If you knock him out, that's a statement. That man ain't never been knocked out, and everybody know, or everybody feel, he beat Josh Taylor. They ain't gave him the decision, but he beat Josh Taylor. If you go over there, he go out, that's a statement. On to the next big fight, because the other thing is, look, the big names at 140, Josh Taylor, Lopez, Prograis, those are the names people know. God bless Matias. People don't know him like that. God bless Puello. People don't know him like that. Like, they're good fighters, yeah, but they don't know them like that. So you got to get it to a point where, yeah, you need to come see me because I'm the money. You not the money. I'm the money. If I go over there and I knock out Jack Catterall, that's going to be on a bigger stage than what you did to Ponce. So I think the right move is Sky Sports, Jack Catterall in the UK. And God bless Jack, nothing against him. But like I said, I think Regis Prograis win the fight. I think he knock him out. That's how I see the fight. And that's more of a statement than any of the other stuff. Like, even Taylor and Lopez, yeah, it's cool. But y'all both look bad in y'all last fight. You see what I mean? So if Lopez beat Taylor, it's going to be like, well, yeah, but Taylor look bad right now. And if Taylor beat Lopez, well, yeah, but you look bad in your last fight. If you go over there and you beat Jack that ain't never been knocked out, and people feel that he already beat Josh Taylor, that's a bigger statement than that. So I say, if I was to say, yo, this is what you need to do, that's what you need to do. That's the fight.
Right. Big fights. Exactly.
Now, Regis, thank you for your time. I got to go grab my son. I appreciate your time. You're always welcome on the channel. We big fans of you on the channel. Bless up. Thank you very much.
All right, brother. Holla at you. Y'all be safe.